December means 24 drams of whiskey in 24 days. If you missed a day 1 or day 2, the links will be in the description below. Before I get started with this episode, I need to get day 3 out of this Flaviar Advent Calendar box. All right, I've got day 3. Let's do this. Welcome to Whisky Riffs. If you're new here, thank you for finding my channel. I'm Kevin, and today is day 3 of the Flaviar Advent Calendar. I'm going through each day and blind tasting the whiskeys in front of you on camera. I'm going to pour half of this 50 milliliter bottle into this glass and save the other 25 milliliters for another day, because tasting whiskey the first time doesn't necessarily give you the real impression of whether you like it or not. Environment, food, anything else in your life that's going on can affect how you feel about a whiskey. Now, these bottles have the day of the Advent Calendar on them, and on the label they also have the country of origin. But since I'm going to try to guess that, I'm not going to look at that. I'm just going to show it to you, and you can play along with me and see how badly I'm guessing as I guess, and then laugh along with me at the end too. But I do have the Flaviar booklet that has tasting notes in here, all the information about the whiskeys, so I'll take a look at that at the end and judge what I got right, what I got wrong, and, you know, learn more about this whiskey. On the first nosing, there was some nice sweetness, some darker berries, and then I went back in for a second nosing and I got citrus. Now I've lost both of those. That happens sometimes when I'm tasting. I can't get the notes that are deep back in my head, and I try to say the first thing that comes to my mind, but it doesn't always work for me. Now I'm getting some more vegetal notes. I'm getting some malted notes there. I got a little more alcohol burn on this one than I have the first two. I'm not sure if that's real or not, or I'm just deeply inhaling. The first taste was nice. Wasn't as spicy as yesterday. Definitely more in the wood spice range than yesterday. Yesterday had some cinnamon in there, and this tastes like it could be a little bit of cinnamon spice, but I'm getting more of a pepper spice to me. I like the finish on this one much better. No sour notes. I'm getting some caramel in there, maybe a little molasses note, a little dark chocolate on the finish, deeper berry notes, a little bit of sweetness that I'm tasting. Make me think that there's some sherry casking in this. You really can't trust the color of the whiskeys. Too many distilleries add artificial coloring, E150A, caramel coloring, and it just kind of throws you off, so I'm avoiding looking at the color too much. There is a nice sweetness to this though. It's a little floral now that I'm going back into it. I'm going to say that this one's a Scottish single malt. It's not peated as far as I can tell. The nose is pretty mild. If it is peated, it's terribly light, but there's a nice sweetness there, and it tastes malty, and it tastes like there's some Scottish heritage here. And let's see what I did with this one. Day 3 is milk and honey. It's an Israeli single malt. So Israeli single malts mimic Scottish single malts, and Flaviar loves to do this. They love to throw other countries in there. Almost impossible to tell which country it's from if it's a single malt whiskey. This is 46% ABV, and some grain, oak, vanilla, ginger, peat. So yeah, see, this seemed like there was a slight bit of smoke and peat there, but it's very mild. It's certainly not something that you would jump back and say, oh, this is an Islay whiskey. But it did have a little bit of smokiness to it. And the fruitiness, I could definitely get that from it. If you've had this whiskey, I'd love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments below. And if you're liking this video, please give me a like. I really hope that more people are getting to watch my channel. It's lovely to build up the community, and I appreciate every single one of you. And until tomorrow, take care of yourself. Take care of those people around you, and cheers.